Tonight we're back in South Africa with Matt Dubber, and this time he's night vision hunting.
Today's episode takes us to a little piece of paradise near the South African coastline, surrounded by rivers, cliffs and valleys, and overflowing with an impressive array of animals. We meet up with local hunter and outfitter Nico Els of East Cape Bushveld Hunting, with the aim of putting the ultimate sporter to the ultimate test. The animals we'll be hunting tonight are not found anywhere else in the world. Scrub hares resemble the jackrabbits of North America, nesting above the ground and reaching up to 4.5 kilograms. Spring hares are rodents that resemble small kangaroos and are only seen late at night. Both are incredibly difficult to shoot with an air rifle, so tonight we've fitted the Ultimate Sporter Extra in 22 caliber with a night sight eagle, which will help us creep in undetected. Most of the land here is dotted with bush and thick vegetation, but there are a couple of open pastures where we know the hares and spring hares like to graze. After scouting the area for a while, we pick our spot for the night. Before nightfall, we decide to check the rifle's zero. We had travelled a pretty bumpy road, and making sure you're on target is always the responsible thing to do. The rifle is dead on, and all that's left to do is wait for darkness to fall. The moon is full and the adrenaline is pumping. We set out on foot, and it's not long before we begin to see some action.
We've spotted a couple spring hares and scrub hares, probably about 3 or 4 spring hares and 2 scrub hares, maybe about 200 meters out on one of these fields, and the idea is to try and sneak up on them without them seeing or hearing us, which is going to be very difficult because we have a full moon and these things have extremely sensitive eyes. If we can get within 50 meters, then it should be pretty easy to set up.
We've got the wind in our backs. I think if we move around to the right through this brush here, then we can try and stalk up from their sides.
Yeah.
And see if we can get within 50 meters of them. We just need to stay in the trees, just for a bit of cover.
We have a long way to stalk, but Nico knows this farm like the back of his hand, and we get ourselves within range.
There's a spring hare. Okay. 2 of them.
Cool. I'll try and get on them now.
Okay.
I wait for the first spring hare to keep his head still before squeezing the trigger for a perfect shot. I spend a little too much time on the second one, and he makes a break for it.
Absolutely nailed that shot.
This shot was probably about 45 meters, but I hold over perfectly and place the shot right where I want it. It looks like the field is empty, but we decide to scan around one more time before heading off, and what do you know, we spot a pair of eyes looking right back at us.
There's a hare right there. There's a hare right over there.
I get down low and prepare for the shot. This one's a scrub hare.
I'm yelling maybe 30 or 40 meters away. And he thinks I can't see him. That's what they do when they think you can't see them. They lie down flat. And I just lined up on the top of his head, pulled the trigger, bam, straight down. Man, that was cool. Let's go get another one.
Not even a minute later, we spot another hare no further than 15 meters from the previous one. It's just a matter of lining up the crosshairs and taking the shot. And he does not know what's hit him.
The great thing about these hares is that their safety mechanism is to lie flat in the scrub, in the long grass, in the brush. So when we came here, they obviously both went and hid and lay down flat in the brush, thinking that we wouldn't see them. But this night sight picks up their eyes perfectly. So although they thought that we had took the shot and absolutely hammered it. That shot, you could hear it hit hard, and that thing went straight down. That was awesome. Man, I'm pumped.
I think I must have got a pretty solid headshot in this guy because there's a lot of blood on this side of his head. It's always a good sign. And it's quite interesting to note the differences between these two animals, the spring hare and the scrub hare. The scrub hare lives above the ground. It's a nocturnal animal, but during the day it will simply go under a bush, flatten its ears back and just lie still all day. And then obviously at night come out to feed. Spring hare is also very nocturnal. You won't see them in the day at all. But they live in burrows underneath the ground. They're really, really good at digging. So if you take a look at their front feet, they've got really, really sharp claws that they use to loosen the soil. Long sharp claws. And then they push the soil back and they kick it out of the holes with these back feet, which almost have the claws almost have scoops in them. So you can get a lot of soil and kick it back. This is a very, very interesting animal.
A look at the animal's head confirms the perfect shot placement, and I move off to retrieve the scrub hares.
Now, these are a lot bigger than the rabbits you get in the UK. These are big boys. This one's still fairly small by hare standards. They can get up to 4.5 to 5 kilograms and they have a lot of meat on them. So if you like hare, none of this goes to waste. This is, I'd say this is maybe about 2.5 kilos, maybe slightly more than that. But they get up to 5, so probably about double the size. They really are monsters.
The hunt continues as we make our way to another field. A quick look through the spotter reveals another scrub hare. He's heard us and he's off, but he stops long enough for me to take a shot. The pellet hits him right behind the eye and he's down. We decide to lie low and wait for another hare to appear. There are plenty in this area and we know it's only a matter of time before we get another opportunity. And sure enough, we get our chance. This one's a long way off.
To do a 2 mil dot hold over there. Yeah.
We retrieve hare number 4 and then it's straight back to business. We keep on searching until we get another opportunity. A 5th scrub hare presents itself and we stalk within range. We set up for the shot, but he hears our movement and tries to make a break for it. The shot's a really long one at almost 70 meters, but I drop him in his tracks with a shot to the heart and lungs.
See quite a distinct difference between the hare and the spring hare. They're obviously going to be different because they're two completely different species, but the hares don't dig, so they don't have the same claws on the front. They've got very soft padded feet, and they've got long legs. All hares do, but not quite as long as the spring hares because they don't hop around like the spring hares do. But as you can see, their ears are quite long, and they often fold their ears back. A lot of them have these bald patches here where they could actually flatten their ears completely, and if they keep still, they're the same color as the bushes, so you won't even see them, even in broad daylight.
It's been an awesome night so far, but it's not over yet. We've shot plenty of scrub hares, but I want to take home just one more spring hare.
The one advantage of the full moon is that we can actually see where we're walking, which is nice because if it was overcast or if it was a new moon, we'd be screwed. We would have to really stumble our way through the bushes, and that would be a painful experience amongst all these acacia thorn trees.
So far, the spring hares have done a really good job of eluding us, and as we keep on searching, we realize it's not going to get any easier. We scan field after field, the spotter allowing us to see any animals within 500 meters. There are plenty of buck about and the odd scrub hare or two, but no spring hares yet.
There's a lot of scrub hares, but no spring hares on this field, so we've taken quite a few scrub hares already, so we have to exercise some self-control now. But self-control is a very important part of hunting. You can't just shoot everything you see.
After about an hour of searching, Nico finally spots our animal.
Straight with the moon shining onto us. Okay. With the wind from our right side. Okay, great. I think it's about 50 meters out. Do you think it's too far? Let's just to be safe. Let's try and get to this bush here. Okay.
We move within range and set up for the shot.
Okay, it shouldn't be more than about 30 meters now. Okay, great.
I finally got that second spring hare I've been looking for. A scrub hare moves in right behind him, but we leave it for another night.
Nice. Nailed him, eh? Well done. Thanks. Good shot. Nice. Just as we thought they weren't there anymore. We spotted that one, managed to sneak up close enough for the shot. Just as we thought the night was over, we managed to get the last one. Super stoked. Let's go get him.
Okay, that is perfect placement there, hey? Yeah, between the eye and the ear. That's where you need it, eh? Yeah. See his eyes bulging out as well.
Yeah. How about there?
Yeah, that's perfect placement.
Well done.
Sure. Let's just turn him over and see the other side. Yeah. Yeah, you can't get better than that, hey? But it was, I think we were perfect distance, so
Yeah.
it was great. Cool, man. So stoked. Last spring hare of the night. That's what we're talking loudly again. We've called it a night now. We've got that last one that we were looking for, even though it took a while.
Well, I wasn't quite sure what to expect today. We had a full moon and some horrible weather, but it seemed to clear up quite nicely, and we managed to get a really decent haul. We got 5 scrub hares and 2 spring hares, which is a really good haul for an air rifle hunt. And started off with a really nice walk and stalk through one of these fields. Very happy with how the rifle performed. To go out with new equipment, it's not always easy, but this gun performed better than any gun I've ever had before, so I'm extremely happy. And I think just need to give a big thank you to Nico and East Cape Bushveld Hunting for putting us on the animals. You can tell Nico really knows what he's doing. So thanks, Nico. It was really cool, and I'm really keen to see what tomorrow holds.
Yeah, what a pleasure having you guys here.
As I head off to bed with a huge smile on my face, I know that it won't be long until I return to the spot. The Ultimate Sporter has passed the ultimate test with flying colours and provided us with some meat for the table and an experience to remember for years to come.
To find out more about Matt Dubber, search for Air Arms Hunting SA on YouTube. To find out more about the Air Arms S510 Ultimate Sporter FAC in 2.2, visit airarms.co.uk. And click one of the boxes below to choose another amazing air-powered video from Teamwell TV and subscribe to be kept up to date with all the new shows and videos. You and Air Arms, a winning combination.